We have Takayasu and Satoyama on the dohyo. Takayasu 8 and 6, Satoyama 7 and 7. Very important match for Satoyama. If he wins here, it'll be his first ever Kachikoshi in the Makunochi division, and also he'll leave the Tokyo tournament with his first ever special prize, the Fighting Spirit Technique Prize.
Technique Prize, yeah. This is one of those great stories we talked about earlier in the broadcast in the first half of the tournament, these minor stories that are really, really exciting. He's back in the top division for the first time in something like 38 tournaments. Yeah. This is the longest gap between top division appearances, and he really worked to get back. As you can see, he's not a big man. He's a very tiny guy, and he says, you know, if I go chest to chest with guys, I can't beat Sandame guys.
Oh.
So he's a real technician. He's got this wonderful array of techniques that he can use out there. Takayasu is a pusher thruster who's also very effective from the Mawashi. A tough road to hoe for Satoyama.
Satoyama trying to go underneath, ducking underneath and trying to get the inside grip. Satoyama still looking for the shallow grip. Takayasu pounding away, and Satoyama backs off. Satoyama still lowering himself, but can't get any kind of grip on Takayasu. Takayasu shutting down Satoyama's offense, but Satoyama gets the inside upper body grip, but it's on-lock time for Takayasu. Satoyama now with a hazoshi with his left hand armpits hold. And Satoyama looks to be in an offensive position here, gets himself in a better position, looking for a shallow grip or some kind of grip on Takayasu. Takayasu still defending nicely. Satoyama digging in. Satoyama lowering himself, bearing his forehead to Takayasu's high chest area. Looks to be in a better position than he was in earlier. Takayasu's offense has stopped. Again, Satoyama wins here. He'll gets his first ever special prize, the Technique Prize. So very important match for Satoyama in black. Konosuke telling them to start fighting. A little bit of a stalemate right now in the middle of the dohyo. We've seen this from Satoyama. He fights long sometimes. When he faced Otsunarashi on day 3, he fought over 3 minutes to got beat by Otsunarashi, but the long battle here once again for Satoyama. Goes for a totari, doesn't work, armbarring force out, and Satoyama squares up with Takayasu, and Takayasu trying to raise Satoyama's center of gravity, but Satoyama still having a nice angle, trying to duck underneath Takayasu's left armpit. And he goes for a little bit of throwdown, but Takayasu defending himself. Satoyama takes the match by pushing down Takayasu in the end.
You touch the magi.
And Gyoji gives the goodbye to Satoyama, but I think there will be a mono, don't you think? One of the judges
already touched the magi.
Was standing up, yes. Maybe a top knot hold on Satoyama's part toward the end. I think that's what we'll be talking about. When Satoyama pushed Takayasu down, I think his right hand was on the top knot of Takayasu. So we'll see the replay. Takayasu very gingerly gets off the dohyo. This is what I was talking about. A little bit of grab. Not the top knot, but
he didn't pull, but he closed his hand.
So will he be penalized?
Well, again, you know, the rule is if you do it consciously, if you pull the top knot consciously, it's a loss by
disqualified.
And basically, they just saw his hand in the top knot, so that gave cause for this conference.
The right hand of Satoyama on top of Takayasu's head
is in there, but he's
it's not the top knot, but
he's not really
pulling it, but just hanging on to it.
Yeah, it just looks like his hand is placed there.
Yeah. Do you think that grab had any effect on Takayasu going down?
I don't think so. because Takayasu's feet were pretty much squared under him, and they were a bit too wide, so he basically collapsed under Takayasu's forward. I'm sorry, Satoyama's forward drive. Takayasu collapsed underneath that forward drive. I don't really think the pull had a lot to do with that.
5 judges are having a long discussion about this one.
Well, as they should. I mean, this is a tough call.
From a better angle.
Based on the rules, the way it's written, I would not penalize him for this.
Okay.
But they're pretty quick to, any situation where the hand gets caught up in the hair, consciously or unconsciously, they're very quick to penalize the guys of late.
So, Taga-ryu-san, former Sekiwake, Kagami Oyakata will make the announcement. Miki, would you give us the verdict of your discussion?
We would like to explain about the Monoi. Gyoji raised for Satoyama, but when the decision was made, Satoyama's hand was on the top knot, so he lost by based on the regulations. So Satoyama has lost.
Thank you, Miki. So they say Satoyama grabbed Takayasu's top knot. As a result, he's penalized, and Takayasu gets the win. And no kachikoshi or special prize for Satoyama. Very disappointing way to leave the New Year's tournament. David.
That's a heartbreaker. That's just a heartbreaker, because he's also going to lose his. The odds are they'll demote him from the top division as well. He's West number 16.
Yeah.
That's a heartbreaker.
Takayasu takes the match. He's 9-6.
Again, it doesn't look like he's really pulling Takayasu's head with that hand.
How did Satoyama fight against Takayasu?
Well, it's interesting here. Takayasu is being very, very cautious against Satoyama here. You can see he's moving very, very slowly, doing his best to keep Satoyama dead center, which is what you have to do against someone as technically skilled as Satoyama is. If he gets to the side, he can do all kinds of things to make you look really silly out there. And Takayasu is doing an excellent job of trying to keep him dead center, but Satoyama's keeping up that pressure, trying to get some kind of advantage. He doesn't want to go chest to chest against the bigger man because he knows he'll be in trouble there.
Well, Takayasu takes the match. So the overrule, the judges overrule.
Well, it's a tough call to make, and the way the rules are, the way they're enforcing the rules these days. If your hand gets caught in a guy's top knot, whether you pull or not, whether you're consciously doing it or not, they're gonna penalize you for it.